This video is about pivot points and how we can assess whether they will likely hold or not. This is especially important in two situations. Either the price approaches the pivot point and we want to get in on a trade, so we wait for a test of it and then a move, or we are already in a trade. Assume we would have gone short here and we are now in this trade. What are we going to do down here? Are we going to take profit? Is the pivot going to hold? Is it going to break and continue? So to assess this in the easiest way is, one, to look at past price action. How did price treat the pivot points this session or in the previous sessions? So we go to the M15 and take a look how well price respected these pivots on this particular instrument in the past. So if, for example, you can see a test here and here and here. We tested it here, broke through, came close, test, broke through this one without problems, tested this one, came up, and I would say that this pair is respecting the pivot points very well, which is usually the case. Not often you can see these completely disrespected, usually only during strong trends with a fundamental backdrop. So what we do is we want to see a reaction to it. When price comes close to the pivot, you can see it broke through and then it hesitated a little bit, but assume we are in this short trade here. Now we see this price came close and now we get these candles in the other direction. What are we going to do? Well, we drag our stop just above this high and then we wait and see. Next time the price approaches the pivot, it broke through, made a short, retest, went deeper. Now we can pull our stop further down from up here, for example, down here into the middle of this, because this is a support resistance zone. So we would have our stop here, and after seeing this I would pull my stop here, and this is how we maneuver the pivot points. In some cases the price simply blasts through these levels. For example, here, we already came through this pivot one time, two times, three times, four times, and then the next time we came here, price completely disrespected this pivot. This is not unusual, so of course you also have to look at the individual pivots. This particular pivot point did its service for the day, but after multiple retests the price didn't respect it anymore at all. And the easiest way really to assess this is that we simply observe price action around these pivots. What is price going to do when it approaches the pivot point? Imagine we would have gone long here, price is shooting up, and then we get this long wick through the pivot, and then we get these tiny red candles. What I would do is then pull my stop into the middle of this move, lock in a nice profit, and then once we break through again, pull my stop even higher, just below this, and we are good to go. This procedure I would do again up here. So we broke through, so I would pull my stop up below the pivot and get taken out. In cases like this, this has been in an uptrend, for example, and then we make a lower high, get a stronger reaction of this pivot. So whenever we see a reaction of a pivot, we are interested to get in, but we are even happier if we see it happening with the trend. So for example, we broke above this high and retested it, make quite a deep retest. Then we came back above the pivot. This would be a no trade for me, because you can see we are still around this support resistance zone. Once we break this and we are up here, I would happily get in here with 24 for 31 pips, which is absolutely enough. When we come here, again, we pull our stop into the middle of this move, and then we break through, we pull our stop higher around here, and then we get taken out. So assessing whether a pivot point will hold or not is simply a matter of price action. You have to observe what is price doing around this pivot. Is it disrespecting it all the time, or is it respecting it? And you can see here, this was very clearly well respected but untradable. But yeah, that's how you do it.